for a heavy vehicle, that is 40 km per hour. Means see, the speed of the different vehicle is also different. Now we will move towards on its next page. Look at the situations given in figure 8.2. If the bowling speed is 143 km per hour in figure 8.2a, what does it mean? Means we consider as the uniform motion when the bowling speed is same. What do you understand from the signal board in figure 8.2b? We understand that the speed limit for different vehicles. Now we again see some explanation here. Different object may take different amounts of time to cover an given distance. Mean different object take a different time for covering the given distance. Some of them move fast and some move slowly. Some will move fast, but some will move slowly. The rate at which object move can be different, and that rate at which object can move be different. Means example, see, there are two types of train. First we see general train in our India, but when we see in other countries, bullet train is there. The speed of a bullet train as compared to our train is maximum. Also different object can move at the same rate, but different object can be moved at the same rate. For example, when you see the walking style in the parade by the soldiers, these are the same rate. One of the way of measuring the rate of motion of an object is to find out the distance traveled by the object in unit time. And on the ways of measuring the rate of motion of an object is to find out distance traveled by the object in unit time. Means suppose one object moves from one place to another place at a certain motion. Suppose this is a object. Now it's moved up to B point. That time we can measure the distance between A to B in a unit time. This quantity is referred to as speed. The SI unit of speed is meter per second. Please make a note that the SI unit of speed is meter per second. This is represented by the symbol, that is meter per second or meter per second, in this way. The other units of speed include centimeter per second, in this way, centimeter per second, and kilometer per hour, that is in this way, kilometer per hour. To specify the speed of an object, we require only its magnitude. To specify the speed of an object, we require only its magnitude, means this unit. The speed of an object need not be constant, and we consider that when an object is in its speed, it means he not in constant. In most cases, objects will be in non-uniform motion, and that time the speed of an object need to be constant. In most cases, object will be in non-uniform motion. Therefore, we describe the rate of motion of such object in terms of their average speed, and therefore we describe the rate of motion of such object in terms of their average speed. The average speed of an object is obtained by dividing the total difference traveled by the total time taken. That is in this way. Average speed means total distance traveled, means how many distance he traveled, upon total time taken, means how many times he has taken. If an object travels a distance s in time t, then its speed v is now here average speed. Average speed, when we mention in a sign, that is average speed is equal to total distance upon time. Average speed v, total distance traveled, that is s, upon time taken t. Let us understand this by an example. One example is that a car travel a distance of 100 km in 2 hours. A car can travel a distance of 100 km in 2 hours. Its average speed is 50 km per hour, and its average speed is 50 km per hour. The car might not have traveled at 50 km per hour all the time. Sometimes it might be travel faster and sometimes slower than this. Means that vehicle sometimes maybe travel fast, sometimes maybe travel slow, and that time we can't say that the car will be travel in a particular kilometer per hour. But when we conclude that, means its average speed, when we take that time, we will say that this car will be run this kilometer in 1 hour. See here. Now when we want its average time, that time we have to divide total distance, means 100 upon 2. That's we get when we divide this 100 by 2, that time we will get 50 km per hour. In this way I will tell you. Average speed I have told you that, then total distance as time taken t. Now we want its average speed, that time total distance is 100, time taken is 2 hours. Now average speed is equal to 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, here 0 as it is. Means 0 km per hour. This is the average speed. Now here one example has given. Example 8.1. An object travel 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Now we want to solve this problem. See here, solution has given. First, total distance traveled by an object, that is first he travels 16, then second time he also travels 16 meter, means total distance that object has covered 32 meter. Total time, first he has taken 4 seconds, then second time he has taken 2 seconds, it means total 6 seconds. Now put the formula, that is average speed. Yes, average speed is equal to total distance traveled divided by time. Now total distance we have taken here 32 meter, and how many time? 6 seconds. Now divide this 6 to 32. 6 1 is 6, 6 5 is 30, write 5 as it is, then here remain 2, put here point, take 0. Now you have to take 6 3 is 18, again remain 2, then again take 6 3 is 18, means 5.33 meter per second. This is the average speed. You look here, when we see in the next side on the right hand, the answer has given. You can check your answer. Now we will move towards the next point. (8.2.1) Speed with direction. The rate of motion of an object can be more comprehensive if we specify its direction of motion along with its speed. Means, when we consider the speed of an object, that time we will also mention its direction. Now in earlier example I have told you that suppose an object is moving from A point to B, that time we consider only its speed. Now we have to consider its direction also. We know that upside north, right hand side east, below south, and on left hand side west is there. Now a particular object is moving towards B, means he is moving to east side. Now we will move towards the next. The quantity that specifies both, means speed and direction. This aspect is called velocity. Velocity is the speed of an object moving in a definite direction. Means velocity is the speed of an object that moving in a definite direction. The velocity of an object can be uniform or variable, means it may be uniform or non-uniform. It can be changed by changing the object speed, direction of motion, or both. Means velocity can be changed by changing the speed of the object, direction, or both, means direction and speed. When an object is moving along a straight line at a variable speed, we can express the magnitude of its rate of motion in terms of average velocity. But that object is moving along a straight line at a variable speed, means that object is moving in a same direction but speed is different. That time we can express the magnitude of its rate of motion in terms of its average velocity, means that time we consider its average velocity. It is calculated in the same way as we calculate average speed. In the same way, when we have calculated average speed, in the same time we can calculate average speed, that is average velocity. In case the velocity of the object is changing at a uniform rate, then average velocity is given by an arithmetic mean of initial velocity and final velocity of an given period of time. That is, now we can calculate in this way: average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. In this way, you can draw the average velocity of the object. Now, in mathematical formula, that is average velocity, v is there. We have to mention here average is equal to initial velocity means u and final velocity means v divided by 2 means total time. Sorry, average, that is first one is initial velocity first, second one is final velocity, that's why divided by 2, where average velocity is the average velocity, u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity of the object. Speed and velocity have the same units, that is meter per second or meter per second, means both have the same unit, that is meter per second. Now one activity is there, please student do this activity yourself. Just we can read that activity. Measure the time if takes you to walk from your house to your bus stop or the school. If you consider that your average walking speed is 4 km per hour, estimate the distance of the bus stop or school from your house. You have to calculate the distance. I hope you will calculate that. If any query is there, please student give your comment to the video. We will solve your comment. Thank you.